then we're going to hand over to Becca for some fantastic training and hopefully a little bit of Suzanne. I think I've just seen a comment from Suzanne saying that Sarah sorry, I'm just trying to read and concentrate at the same time. Mother's unwell, so unfortunately she's not going to be able to join us this evening. So I hope that her mum is better soon. Right, Gemma, looks like you're recording. So Carol, are you on the call at the moment?
Can you hear me?
Oh yes, there we go.
Going to throw my laptop out of the computer. Shh, children, shush.
Just a minute.
Is it recording? Oh, we go. Oh, hi.
Just a minute. Not that sort of call.
I can't see anyone. Hang on. Yay!
Hi everyone.
Hi. Right, I'm going to really quickly. I don't want to waste everyone's time. We've got some brilliant training tonight. So,
well, I think Becky Flynn was with us, but has gone off again. Oh, not to worry. Maybe she'll come back on in a moment. Right, I'm going to mute and just turn off video because I've got this 3 children fun in the background. Okay, I'll leave it up to you.
Mute. So we've just returned from area and VP retreat. Absolutely incredible weekend. I went last year as a brand new area and was blown away, and literally it put fuel inside me to propel me to region. And I don't know if you see my bags, that's from we drank, we laughed, we cried, we danced, we cried a lot. And literally we are in the best place at the best time. This is the most incredible company I've ever, I don't want to get emotional, worked for. Anyway, pull yourself together. It was absolutely incredible. Caroline's already announced, but it's official. The Stalker region is about to be born. It's rumbling and bumbling and bubbling, and it's just so exciting.
Sorry, just got a bit overexcited.
Mute. My turn. So she's about to go region, and it's a massive team effort, but not as in you need to get Caroline to region. It's not about that. We want you to get to district. We want you to get to area. We want you to go to region and nation. And we are ready 100%. I don't know where to look there to help you do that. Also, you may have seen Danny Wells's video. Oh my gosh, it's just so emotional. So and I can see it in her voice. She's announced 6 times she's going nation and it's not happened. It's real, it's happening, it's 100% happening. So Danny Wells is about to go into Nation Qual in April and complete in May. Now going nation means you reach the 4th level of this company, and it cannot be done alone. It cannot be done at all without a massive success line. So for Danny to go nation means everybody has to do just a little bit more if you want to, and you don't have to. If you're in here because you love it and it's a hobby, we love you because it is absolutely amazing place to be. But if you're in here because you want to leave a legacy, you're in here because you want a plan B, you're in here because you want to help your kids have better choices, you're in here because you want to leave your husband. I'm joking. If you're in here for whatever reason, I'm joking. If you're in here for whatever is your reason, then now is the time to push. We can all push together. We can all help you get to the next level. So let's just 100% do it. And there's coaching being offered left, right and centre. Please take it up. If you are feeling stuck, or I can be really brutal and honest, and I'm very ready to do it, and I love it because I love it when people do it to me. And if you want that kind of coaching with all the love in the world, then I'm ready to talk to anybody that wants to talk to me, and I'll help you 100% with, it'll just be the God's honest truth. So tonight we've got Becca Clark training on running your business online, which I cannot wait to hear. Can't see her because I'm on my iPad. And then afterwards, was it Suzanne that's not on? Anyway. Oh, you're there. I can see you, Suzanne. You are there. Hello. So I'm just going to hand straight over to Becca. Can't wait to hear you. And go ahead. Ah! You have to unmute yourself.
Hello.
Yay.
Right, so obviously you can hear me now. So basically, just tips and tricks for building your business online, because that's my strong point at the minute. Because I don't know if you know, my little girl had chickenpox, so I've had to be doing it online even more, and I find it more comfortable, and which people do. So social media is so powerful because everybody has it nowadays, and online is all about connecting to other people. And you've got to remember that our business is global. You don't have to connect with people that are always in your area. you've got potential PCs, clients or ICs that could be the other side of the world. You've just got to go out and connect with them. Yeah, you don't have to be able to go meet them physically, because you've got Zoom, you've got FaceTime, you've got Skype, you've got all these different things, and you need to use it. And another thing, just remember that everybody represents each other in this business. Obviously, you're working alone, but you're representing Arbonne. I've had an experience actually where I've spoke to somebody for a while, and then I went on to the subject of Arbonne, and I didn't even say the name, and she'd obviously looked on my page, and she says, "Oh no, not Arbonne," as soon as I mentioned what I was doing. And I was like, "Oh, what do you mean?" She was like, "Oh, I've had a bad experience with that. Somebody, my friend does it, and all she does is try to sell to me, and I just don't want to hear it anymore." And it's kind of like, and I just apologise for the bad experience, but she's not going to forget that. Also, stories is a good one for Instagram and Facebook. Use your stories to show you are human. My tip for Instagram as well is, people follow you for a reason. Interact back with them. You're not an Arbonne robot. We're all different. We've all got our own brand. So basically, if you're interacting with them, they're going to interact back with you, because they're going to get to know you and they're going to be interested in what you're doing. And then next one, posts. You can put hashtag Arbonne in it, but don't push too much. And also think of new hashtags. Don't always use the same ones over and over again, because you're reaching the same network. Whereas if you use a range of hashtags, you're going to get new networks. And also, I sometimes Google the top hashtags, and then I use different ones and I rotate through them as well. Your timing, the best time of day, make sure you put your posts on the, I've always put mine on like 7 a.m, lunchtime, so 11:30, and then 4, and then if I do another one, it'll be about 5, because you've got to think that at the time, there are the times people go on. There's no point putting it on midnight thinking, "Oh no, I haven't done anything. I'll put something on just for the sake of it," because nobody's going to see it. And be creative. People on Facebook and Instagram love colour, so think outside the box. I've had a lot of people like my light boxes, so be creative with them, and make sure you haven't got like a cluttered background. Oh, thanks, Gemma. And also with your lives as well. If you've got a cluttered background, people are going to get distracted. So it's nice to have a plain background. Or I've noticed Gemma's lives, she has a quote in the background, and that looks quite nice. And then the next one, show off your lifestyle. People are drawn to happy and positive people. People might not like and comment and whatever, but I've been out, I managed to get out on Thursday to work at the nursery, and people were commenting about what I've put on and found this video interesting and stuff like that, and I'm like, you never like it. So people are watching all the time, so make sure you're happy and positive. And also, if you've got Instagram and people are following you, and then they've got you on Facebook as well, there's no point being moany on one and really happy on the other, because they'll just be like, make up your mind, and then they won't want to follow you because you're just negative, positive, negative, positive. And then, yeah, be positive, build relationships. So reply to comments, make conversation. And if you comment on somebody's post, say, "Oh, you've got like, I don't know, lovely decor or whatever," and then ask a question so they have to reply to you, so they acknowledge that you have spoke to them. And also, people are nosy. People are going to be like, "Oh, who's this?" and click on you and go through your stuff, because I have random likes on old pictures as well as new pictures, and it's always from the same people. So it comes up saying, say, so it says like your post, and it's comes up like 6 times. And if it gets too much for your comments, say you're having conversation after conversation, go onto the private message, because they're more likely to keep going from there. I had a sale by doing that off a tanning lady. I mentioned Arbonne, carried on the conversation, kept messaging her. Then she came to me and bought 2 items off me. And because she was my first Instagram sale, and I know she's a dental nurse and she's got a mobile tanning business, I gave her a free water bottle to thank her. Just think that's good advertisement, that is. And also on Facebook, I'm in a lot of groups which I'm interested in. If you're not friends and you're having a conversation, add them. Try and engage with them. Ask questions, make conversation, then add them as a friend. People aren't scared to add friends these days when you've spoke on a group. And then they'll see that you've got mutual friends from that group as well. But don't overdo it, because this will cause like unfollows and people are like, oh no, she's a bit too much. And then the next one is conversations. Always ask about them. You're going back to the frog. So show interest about what they do, the family, occupation, goals. If they're interested in your business, then offer them your business page. I have, over this, I think yesterday, I added 5 people from my mum app that I've got. And we spoke about their kids and whatever, and then we spoke about what we do. And as soon as they say, oh, that's interesting, I say, well, if you've got Facebook, I can add you to my business page so you can have a nosy if you like. And nobody says no. I've already touched on the lives with your background. With your lives, I've noticed that some people do it without a title, and I've watched some training videos and they say don't go live without a title, because if people are out and they're looking at and they come across your video, they don't want to click on it because they think, oh, what if you're talking about something rude, and they don't know. So use a question that creates curiosity. Me and Gemma did one today, and I put something about being healthier and happier, and then I put, do you suffer from ... So they've got to click. They're curious about suffer from what. They click on it and then they find out the answer. So that's the curiosity, and everybody's nosy. Everybody wants to know what you're doing. But keep it simple as well. Don't confuse people when you're on the video, because people just move on and think, oh, I'm not watching the rest of that, because it gets too much. But we also talk about positivity all the time, but negativity can create curiosity as well. For example, you could put a live title saying, stop doing this. People are like, well, what am I supposed to stop doing? Click, they find out. And that's another view on your video as well. Or you could put, stop doing this. You can do a video about missing breakfast, and then you can bring in your meal shakes. So it's just bringing stuff in like that and giving them tips rather than, oh my gosh, buy this because you're not having breakfast, sort of thing. Also, a lot of people like, any tips on how long to go live for? Depends what you're talking about. Me and Gemma did quite a long one this morning because we were going through the whole 30 days, but I prefer to leave mine for 5-10 minutes. And that'd be about right, because say if people are watching when they're going on the train or whatever, they're sat there watching it, that's average time, or sitting on the bus. I hope that helps. People also love lives for how-to tricks. Makeup tutorials are quite popular on YouTube, so move it on to Facebook, because a lot of people nowadays are self-taught makeup artists. I've come across a lot of those recently on Instagram. How to make it interesting in the first few minutes. Keep it interesting. Keep it interesting by asking questions on your live as well. Ask them, have you heard of us? Ask them, what's your favourite colour eyeshadow? I hope that helps. I'm not quite sure on that one. Think about how many times people have Googled to find out on YouTube. They use YouTube to find things out, so you can use Becca, what's your Instagram name? It's I'm possible, not impossible. Yeah. Reference. Oh, also, which I found really good for my business page. I've done one for my business page and one for my VIP page, and I hope this is all right. But I found it quite popular. My Instagram name is I'm Possible Not Impossible, Carol. Yeah, on my business page and then on my VIP page, I've done a raffle, and it's numbers 1 to 10, and it's £1 a number, and they can choose up to 2 numbers on one page. So they can't have one of both, because otherwise, if they win both, then it doesn't work. Yeah, so you gain £10 from the numbers. Call a winner, and then you give them a selection of 4 prizes, which I've worked out mine will be the lipstick, which works out to be £11. You've got loads of options. You've got the toothpaste, you've got the deodorant there, about £11 for us. You've also got the tea bags. So I gain 4 prizes together, show them, and they get to choose one. And there you go. You've got your QV, and you've only had to pay an extra £1 to get it, or something like that. So I hope that helps, and that was a good idea. And also, me and Gemma had a success with the water bottles. I shared it with my team. I messaged people that followed my business page and said, thank you for following me, blah, blah, blah. And then I basically said, with my company being word of mouth, would you be interested in buying a water bottle for £6, as it's got my label on it? So someone ended up buying a Digestion Plus, and I sold 7 water bottles. Gemma sold 12. Was it 12 water bottles, Gemma? 12 water bottles. So we've had a huge success with that, and we'll put a fizz stick in as a thank you with our business card. So, and that's about it.
Love it. Was the water bottle on Instagram? Is that what you were saying?
What do you mean?
When you the post, was it Instagram or Facebook?
Instagram. When she bought 2, she bought the oil and the nappy cream, and I gave her a free water bottle as a thank you, because she was my first one. 15
bottles, get in.
And you think that is 9 QV, so I ended up having 110 QV from 7 water bottles and a Digestion Plus.
Amazing. Every single QV counts. I think Caroline's trying to talk, but she hasn't unmuted.
Oh, you're right. No, I think the thing as well, I guess it's like 15 new faces that you can then start a conversation with as well. I guess that's the key, isn't it, Becca? That then if you then create, if you can then convert those 15 in the future to either ICs or PCs or whatever, by then having that ongoing conversation with them, then that's where the fortune is. If they say the fortune's in the follow-up, that like those initial QVs are brilliant, but it's actually like the actual potential for those 15, if you nurture those relationships, is absolutely incredible. So that's where we sort of say try and get 40 new eyes on your business every month. And if you could get 15 sets of people who start to engage with you through a water bottle post, and then you can share a DA video or do a one-to-one with each of those 15, then you're nearly halfway to your 40 faces for the month, which is absolutely amazing. So that's brilliant. Go you.
Yeah, and I said I put a sample in there, depending on the person. So if they love makeup, I'll put a mascara in there, my business card. If they're into fitness, fizz stick, or hydration, something like that. So it depends on the person as well.
And I think then if you just make sure that then we always do the follow-up and maybe specifically say, actually, I'm looking to sort of spread the word about my business. Can I do a one-to-one with you and just talk you through how it works? Or can I send you a DA video, so that it leaves us in the position of power where we're then kind of being able to proactively share and follow up? That sounds brilliant. Go you. Yeah. Fantastic. Oh, thanks for that training, Becca.
Oh, sorry. And also last night, hang on, Carol, sorry. Also last night I had 2 people come, and one of them already had the water bottle, so I encouraged the other one to buy a water bottle, with it being word of mouth. And because it's £6, they're like, yeah, I'll buy that.
Do you mind people copying your posts?
No, of course not.
So who's in this week for selling 15 water bottles?
Do it.
Hands up if you're in for selling 15 water bottles this week. Right. On it. I don't give a damn if a water bottle is, what is it, 9 QV?
Yeah.
QV counts. That's really good. I love a challenge.
Oh my God, 9 water bottles. And if that's 9 new people as well, and then you go with the DA to each one, that's super exciting.
Did you put a fizz stick in one fizz stick in each one?
Yes.
We can do that. Right, 15 water bottles. Let's see who does it first.
Can I just add the one thing that we decided to do as well? That I'm going to do, because most of my water bottles aren't actually local. I've got to resend them on again.
Oh yeah.
But it's actually cheaper than the standard shipping rate
Yeah.
of Arbonne. But for me, like Caroline, you put on WhatsApp, didn't you, that nice little letterhead from Red Stamp, where you could put like, I'm so delighted to like put in a catalogue for you and that I get to help people and things like that. I reworded that and did it as, like stepping into spring. And I've put that in with the catalogue and then also with my business card and things. So then because we keep getting catalogues back now with orders, I just thought I might as well send it so then they can have a look through. I mean, it might put them off because of the price, but then again, you never know. They might then decide, oh, I want you that. I'm also putting in a voucher as well for £20 voucher on their first order.
I love that. So I think if you think about the vouchers, that's what all of the companies do, where they're basically not, if you think about the way you do your voucher, so that it's basically not costing you anything, it's really important, because then you want the spend. So if you give them a £10 voucher, you're going to hope they're going to spend 20 or whatever, and then you're still quizzing. So just think about how you do it. So a lot of companies will do like £10 off when you spend £50. So like when you get these wine vouchers and stuff, it's always like £10 off when you spend X amount. And then if you can do a calculation to make sure you're pretty much covering your costs within the voucher.
Lastly, we've got to let Suzanne talk. We're going to have to, me and you, Caroline, we get a little bit excited. Gemma, how much was the postage on a water bottle? Do you know?
I haven't sent one off yet because I'm still waiting for more to come. But I sent off, what did I send off? I sent off a whole care package to one of my friends with lupus, with like fizz sticks in and stuff, and like a plaque and things. And that was first class and only cost you about £2 something. And that was a big box that will weigh more than a water bottle will. So it wasn't expensive.
So then people just need to, you do tweak the post to however you want it, but the water bottle's £6, but it's up to you. If you want, what was that?
Sorry, I've sent a water bottle off before and it cost me like 97p.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. So you can charge £7 if you want for the water. You can say £7 and free postage and a free fizz stick. And that's still very much cheaper than a normal, for example. So just make sure you've covered your costs. Right, we need to shut up, Caroline. We've got to let Suzanne talk. Off you go, Suzanne. Thank you, Becca. That was amazing.
First tip of the evening, if you wear car moisturiser, you need to put some sun lotion on, because I got burnt in the garden today. So that's my first tip. Second thing is I did an online party in the week that I did via Zoom. I'm just going to talk over it really quickly. If anyone wants more details, then message me. But I have a preferred client who lives in Maidenhead and I live in Malvern. And she got her friends together at her house. She already uses the Calm range and a few other bits. And I sent to her house a sample pack of the RE9, a fizz stick each, a mascara each, and then the little tubs that you can get from eBay. I put in some jelly, or gelée, I never know how to say it. If anyone knows how to say it, can they tell me? And some scrub. Wrote on it, I put some shea butter body lotion in another one and some ABC lotion in another one. And then I basically ran the party via Zoom. So they were all sat in her living room. I was sat at home. And I went through the entire party. I had a catalogue, as I would if I was with them. So they all went off and exfoliated their hands, and they came back and used the gelée. Gelée. They all went back and used that. Then I talked about the RE9. Now my preferred client doesn't like the RE9, so she said that they could use their Calm if they wanted to. Otherwise, I'd have sent them a Calm as well. But because that RE9 pack, which I think is at £1.90 each, is supposed to last a week for one person, I figured, well, however many guests she has, there's going to be enough in there, and that will show them how little they're supposed to use. So they all used the RE9. They sat there looking at the catalogue while they were using it, so they weren't horrified by the prices at the end because they'd been sat flicking through it all the way through. They asked me loads of questions, and I don't know if it's just the group or they felt more comfortable because there was like a screen between us, but I got way more questions than I normally get at a party. And I'd also set up a Facebook group, which the host added everyone into. So for 2 weeks before the Zoom call, I've been posting things in the Facebook group about who tests on animals, bits about Arbonne, bits about chemicals and that type of thing. So I had to do a lot less talking because I knew they'd already seen it. Whether they'd read it or not, I don't know, but you can see on your Facebook who's seen what posts. So that was all done. So I did obviously mention it, but I didn't have to go into it in great detail. I think the whole thing took an hour and 15 minutes. My eldest daughter had a humongous meltdown, like a proper meltdown, throwing things and stuff, which I managed to escape from 10 minutes before I started the party. But literally went into my bedroom, put some makeup on, ran downstairs, put a light on, ta-da! And then I didn't have anything to set up. I'm aware of time. One thing, a couple of bits of learning, I didn't get client care cards filled in, so I need to work out a way to do that before. Now, this situation was okay because they were friends from school who I hadn't spoken to since I was 16, but I tracked them down on Facebook anyway, and I've befriended them now, so I can talk to them via Facebook. So I'm not quite sure the best way to do that. So if anyone has any ideas, then it would be good to share that. There was another bit of learning that I talked to Caroline about. I don't know if you're still there. If I remember, I'll put it on the region chat. But it was just an idea. If anyone wanted to do that with a PC who doesn't live down the road, because very cost effective. And technically, if you could manage it, you could run 2 of those in a night. That's a brilliant way of making money. So yes, so that's it. Any questions, then just message me. Okay.
Thank you, Suzanne. That was amazing. And yeah, I'd love to. I really think we need to all have a look at what you did because it was genius, brilliant idea. So if you can share, I don't know how you can share it anyway. Just will you post the photo of you doing the Zoom again so I can send it across to my team because I don't think they saw it.
Yeah, where do you want me to post it?
On one screen, and I don't know where I saw a picture of you on one side, and then
I'll WhatsApp it over to you.
Does anybody have any questions for Suzanne? So we've still got 2 whole minutes, quite a long time. No.
I explained it so well.
Oh, amazing. How many QV did you make on that party?
I haven't yet. I'm still talking to them about things.
Okay, following up.
But really oddly, is I'm talking to them about things like the shampoo and conditioner and body wash, which we only sort of touched. They asked me questions about, but obviously that's not in the party. So it will be interesting to see.
So did you follow any format, or you just talked about the products that you'd sent them?
I vaguely followed your party format, in that we did the Rescue and Renew and then the RE9. Then I talked about the ABC stuff, the shea butter stuff. Obviously, I couldn't do any makeup. They had mascara samples. I'm not sure how you do that with a party of people who wanted to know about makeup. I don't know if that could work that way. I mean, there must be a way, but I've not sort of thought about that. Not got an idea for that.
I'm telling you, online it's the way forward, and the amazing thing about Danny pushing for Nation is everything is about to simplify massively and just go boom. So we are network marketers sitting on the best products in the world. We just need to tell people about it and share it, and we've overcomplicated it so much. So you're doing so well, do it online. Don't need to do millions of parties, don't need to do millions and millions of things. So your way was absolutely genius because that's time leverage. You're sitting at home and you're talking to a load of people, and you've saved yourself on petrol and everything. So
yeah,
really good.
I had a few bits. I had my bits to clear up because I was like, I don't know, I'd say this is Genius Ultra and you do this. Obviously, they didn't have one of these, and then I'd hold something up like this, and then I just shoved it back in my box and went upstairs.
Love it. Love it, love it. So we'll be sharing a lot more. Watch this space, and thank you so much, Becca and Suzanne, for your training. It's been brilliant. So the Zoom code is 337 600 0859. So 337 600 0859. So we'll see you all in a minute. Thanks, everyone.